Good morning. Y'all pull up. Just say good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. I give you a little bit of background music. Hey, where the party at? Good morning, y'all. Good morning. It's Friday. Good morning. Derek Doc. Good morning. Good morning. Okay. All right. Because you know they cut me off. We're not on Twitch, so we can't be rocking out like that. Give me a hot second, guys, and we'll be well on our way. Come on, see the comments popping up. Let's go. Party people. Pop, 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 pop. Good morning, y'all. We about to get into it. I didn't even come in with my intro. I ain't gonna hold y'all, okay? I came in kind of wrong. We gonna replace this one.
It's Fire 716. Let's go. It's Big Frank in the morning. Jay Sheree keeping it going. We got them hot topics, local news, and BGC flowing. We got Big Kev on the air. Dark Knight flying in air. It's Fire 716 and we rocking it.
Hey. Fire 716 Radio. What it is? What's up? It's your boy Big Frank. Good morning, y'all. Good afternoon, good evening, wherever this may find you across the world, in the universe, in the atmosphere, wherever you at. What's up? What it is? When y'all pull up, do me a favor, just write good morning so I can know y'all with me this morning. It's Friday. It is, as Fantasia would say, bittersweet. D Gibbs, to change your whole name, right? Good morning. Listen, It's Friday. Thank God it's Friday. I'm grateful for survival. I'm grateful for being present, for being here. It is kind of heart wrenching at the same time as the reports come from the blizzard. Those numbers are increasing. Praying for those family members. Ernie, good morning, all the way from Vegas. Listen, I want you to know, Ernie, I see you grinding out there, handling your business. I give you much props, man. I'm excited to see what. Watch my words, okay? Watch my words. What now beholds, okay? I can't wait to see what the future beholds. But what about what now beholds? Oh, my camera moving with me. I'm scared. Diageo, good morning. Listen, good morning, party people. Diageo is listen, I'm hired her. She's my personal photographer, okay? So the content that you'll see from us here at Fire 716 Radio and the Hanleys coming from her hands. Okay, I got great plans. Okay, good morning to that. Also, make sure you guys go follow Fire 716 Radio on TikTok. I got a TikTok out there. It's pretty dope. Myself and Diageo, we collaborated and did a Ron Isley and Kelly Price situation. But this morning, I'm in good spirits. I'm just excited. I don't know. I believe God. I can't explain it. But I believe, God, that something crazy is on the horizon. And again, I said this before, I'll say it again. It is not because we're getting ready to approach a new year. And in doing so, I'm not going to I tend to knock the New Year's resolution situation. But I will not on today. Because if it takes a new year for you to reset, so be it. If it takes you a new dropping of the ball, new number, new transition to be the motivating factor to why you're getting ready to transition into the best season of your life, I'm not mad at you. But I realize that I don't need and I don't require a number transition or an announcement to tell me that my moment is getting ready to turn. What I do realize is that sometimes, I'm preaching already, I know it's early this morning, sometimes that we have to be pushed to go and do what it is we've already been unctioned or thought to do. You should have cut him off a few months ago. Okay. She should have been gone a minute ago. You should have been changing your table setting and where you sit a while back, and you knew it then, but this is just a motivating factor to do it. So listen, I'm not mad at you this morning. My homegirl Jay Cherie, she'll be back on Monday with Big Girl Chronicles and executing that. She did send one in, so we'll probably get that one played. Also, my team, Daniel and Kev on there is on. They're en route now from the city of Buffalo, so they'll be on shortly. But listen, I'm not sure what you got planned for New Year's, what you got going on. Matter of fact, let's talk about it. Who going to church for watch night? Who going to the club? And who going to both? Okay, let's just talk about it. Okay, who going to church to watch the number tick and give God a "I made it," and who's going to the club to be like, "I made it," and who's doing both? Let's talk about it. It's going down, y'all. 5716. When we get back, we'll set up for Big Girl Chronicles. She sent one in, and we'll keep the conversation going right here on 5716. Big Frank in the morning. We'll be right back. One thing about the new year is that the bill collectors keep calling. they don't have any mercy. Okay, the bill collectors will call you in 2022 and 2023. All right, so make sure you get your due diligence. When we get back, guys, we're going to get into the Big Girl Chronicles with my girl, Jay Cherie, as soon as I find my attachment that I'm looking for right now. I'll make sure you guys download the app this morning as well. I'm sorry. I'm looking for my So there may not be no Big Girl Chronicles this morning. It might just be me. Good morning, yo. When y'all pull up, please say good morning. Please say good morning. Extra mile. Ooh. I'll be right back, guys. Y'all hold on just 1 second, please. Thank you. Hold on just 1 second. Don't go nowhere. I'm gonna give y'all a little bit more sound effect, okay? Just don't judge me. Rock with me up. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Chronicles, all right? Good morning, y'all. Good morning. Listen, it's gonna be good. Rock with me. Stay with me for a little bit.
Watch out for the big girl. Watch out for the big girl.
Big Girl Chronicles. Beautiful, intelligent, and graceful.
Good morning. Good morning. Good morning.
Every month. You know, when you have New Year's resolutions, you can set goals, and that's absolutely great. But once again, it's not meant to be a public declaration. Just make the necessary adjustments. If you want to do better with your health, put it in your mind to do better with your health. If you want to better manage your money, do better with managing your money. You don't have to make a New Year's resolution in order to do so. It's really a mind change. Third tradition we need to break, we have to stop trying to force love going into the new year. Honestly, let's be honest. If he has not proposed or she is not acting right, it's obviously not meant to be. The fact that we're going to go into this new year and we just going to pray and we're going to do this, knowing that this is not the person that God has ordained for you to be with, but you have just decided to continue to stay in a relationship to prove people wrong. This kind of New Year's resolution has to stop. If the person is not meant to be the person to grow and build with, you don't need to keep trying to ordain for you to be. Address the issues and keep going forward. And the last tradition we have to stop doing going into the new year is that we have to stop giving our opinion on everything on Facebook. Let's just be honest, people. I know that you have made the New Year's declaration that you're going to be a lot more outspoken and more bold and stop being timid, but let's just be honest and use some discernment. Some stuff does not need attention, a response, or acknowledgement. The fact that you decided to be bold and crack out of your shell does not mean that you have to give an opinion for everything. We understand that this is your now season, Honda Mashanda, but at the end of the day, being opinionated and feeling like you need to say something just because this is the year that you declared that you're going to open your mouth and speak, that does not make a promising New Year goal. I just want to be honest with you guys. New Year's resolutions are an internal thing, and if you decide to wait until New Year's Day to start it, that's your personal business. But at the end of the day, everything does not need public announcement. I just posted on Facebook earlier today, just because I'm silent, that doesn't mean God is not speaking or that I'm not moving and doing what God has called me to do. Some assignments are called to be done in silence. And in this season, move strategically, move selfish, and move silently. Everything doesn't need a public announcement. I wish you the merriest and happiest of New Year's. And I look forward to seeing you guys bright and early Monday morning.
she said, "Happy Merry, good morning, good morning, good morning. Happy Merry New Year's." Listen, no, and that's a guaranteed fact. I think that, like I said before, she came on. I didn't know that she was going to say that. It was fresh to me, like it was fresh for y'all. Is the fact that if it takes a new year for you to transition, so be it. That's just what's required for you. But I want you to know that if you don't meet your expectations, guess what? You can start again January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October, or November, or December. And or you can restart Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Or you can start fresh 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, 4. The time frame of renewal is not based on the calendar date per se, But that time frame of renewal or refreshing is based upon you making a solid decision that I'm getting ready to make a major adjustment and it's going to be okay. I'm getting ready to make a transition and it's going to be okay. I'm getting ready to do something new and it's going to be okay. And watch this. This is going to be crazy. And you cannot worry. I'm going to say it again. You cannot worry about anybody else's opinion and or thought or concept and or idea. What you really have to do is tap into the fact that God is doing something new in you and that you're ready to experience new heights and new levels. But you can't do that and also let everybody's opinion sway you from the decisions you have to make concerning your life, your future, and your goals, as my girl Jay Cherie would say. Because the truth of the matter is, you are designed and you are built to prosper, to succeed, and to do well. You are designed to have the successes of life. But the truth of the matter is, you've been holding yourself hostage and holding yourself up for people who can't even handle who you are for real. I got a comment on the screen from Daniel, but I can't see it because I don't have my glasses on, and it's too far, and they're not here yet. They're en route, and I'll read that in just a hot second. But the truth of the matter is that we all have a responsibility to do. Let me get my good eyes on. And Daniel says, I'm just coming in from the comments because I don't know when we get in there. And Daniel also says the importance of moving is key. We will say and speak, but not move. No, Daniel, that's valid because sometimes we spend more time trying to convince ourselves to move that we don't move. We'll spend our time telling everybody else the idea. I'm guilty right now. As I make the announcement, okay? I'm getting ready to create an account where give people access to some more life-changing information, right? And I have to do that, but I've been talking about it for the last couple of days, but I haven't executed. Your conversation without execution is not a real thing. And or I'll say this: your conversation without moving is you convincing yourself. Is you still trying to persuade yourself to do what it is you're talking about or to move. Listen to me. I don't know who I'm talking to early this morning, but you keep talking about how you got to leave this situation or you got to get rid of it or you got to move on and elevate. But what happens is when you choose to elevate, you leave some people behind and they have the ability to get into their feelings. Guess what? Their feelings is not your responsibility. Unfortunately, you have to do what's required for the advancement and the progress of what you want out of your life, your dreams, and your goals. I get it. I love people. I get it. But some people aren't eagles. They're not soaring high like that. Some people aren't moving in that direction, and that is something that you have to take. You have to take into account. Count up the cost of what it is and what needs to happen. Daniel says, the more we can be consistent with our moving, the more moving becomes a part of your everyday. Valid. Okay. If you can do it today, why didn't you do it? I'm gonna give you a quick story, and then we'll be back in a hot second. So my grandmother, North Carolina, shout out to my girl Barbara. And then I love you. Don't judge me if you're listening. Had asked me when I got there, hey, can you fix these blinds? I said, yeah. She says this. She says, you don't have to do it today, but just get it done. Now, as the procrastinator that procrastinates, unfortunately, I had the time in the moment to do what needed to be done. And it would have took me less than 5 or 7 minutes to execute the task, maybe 10. I'm exhausted, exaggerating, to do the task. But because I chose to procrastinate, then I got caught up doing other things that I did not execute that which I had time to do. So I then ended up leaving the visitation, not doing what I was asked to do. And what a disappointment, because I decided to procrastinate because I had the time and the place to do it right now. But I was trying to wait and to project it to a later time. No, do it while you have the time because later is not promised. Listen, handle your business, handle your affairs. When we get back, we're going to get into the question of the day. All right, it's going down. What's the question of the day, Frank? If the person that you're talking to has a different belief system. They don't believe in the same religious belief, but they check every other box. You staying or you going? Let's talk about it. 5716, your boy Big Frank. You locked in the Big Frank in the morning. We'll be right back with some music and a few commercials on Fire. 716 Big Frank in the morning.
Hey, what's going on? It's your boy Dante Miles, aka D Belly, aka your city councilman. I'm here at Fire 716 Radio, and I'm asking you to tune in on Thursdays at 11 on our show, The Vault. We're going to be having some conversations that's super relevant, but very important. And sometimes it may be a little uncomfortable, but we're going to make sure that we get our voices out. Come tune in on Thursdays at 11 a.m. and make sure you download the Fire 716 app. See you then.
What's up, everybody? It's Kier here in Jack Faith Hope Club. I am so excited to announce that you can now catch me right here on Fire 716 Radio each and every Monday for Inject Mondays at 7 p.m. So go ahead and download the app and rock out with your girl. Again, that's each and every Monday at 7 p.m. Tune in and have a good time with us.
What's good, y'all? It's your girl Jay Cherie from Big Frank in the morning on Fire 716.
Yeah.
Listen, we calling our artists. If you a singer, if you're a rapper, if you got a group, we want you to email your music to the radio station at fire716radio@gmail.com. Not only will we play on the radio, but we'll do an exclusive interview with you. So once again, email your music to fire716radio@gmail.com.
Fire 716, your boy Big Frank, locked in the Big Frank in the morning. It is currently 26 minutes past the top of the hour here on Western New York. It is currently about 50 degrees on the outside. We just got through a crazy storm with crazy casualties. But we're here. We're about to get into the question of the day. And let's not play any games with it, okay? Would you date someone with a different religious belief as you, even though they check every other box on your list? Now, let's talk about it. Now, my guy Daniel says that with my good eye, he says it depends. It depends. I say this. I could say I probably shouldn't and wouldn't, but I could and have made it work in the past if I thought it was worth it. Now, I got questions because through the checklist, for those, I'm married, okay, and she believes in the same Jesus that I have. For me, I was willing once upon a time to engage in those of different religious beliefs, just to be exploratory, just to be. I'm gonna say this. Please don't be offended. Just to be Christopher Columbus and trying to take things. Yeah, just only explore that came to mind. But I'm trying to. I was willing to, but as I mature and I grow and I realize what my call and commission is in life, I personally don't think that it's something that I would be able to indulge in or engage in, because there will be a conflict, because not just who I serve, how I serve, the way I serve, and the way that I execute what I believe I've been called and commissioned to do. And if you are not tapped in, or you don't believe in the prophetic or the prophet or the healing of hands, or you don't believe in the God that I serve, a lot of what I do will become a conflict and a problem in the relationship. Wendy said, absolutely not. In my belief, unequally yoked, it won't last, and you are gonna feed the flesh or the spirit. No, valid, because what ends up happening as believers, I'm just talking from those of the Christian faith, is that some of us have a call, we have a responsibility, and that responsibility is heavy. And what happens is, if that person does not understand or does not tap into what it is that you do and who you are and the way that you serve and that you move, the God that you say you serve or the religious background that you have will then become the mistress or become the thing that separates you all and that causes conflict. It's like, hey, why are you over there that much? Because the God I serve said this, and the God I serve said this. I don't believe in, I don't subscribe. I got you. And that can become a conflict. Now, let me talk about it. Now. I don't talk about this on Wednesday about having relations with the help. When I say that, meaning that people who come and looking for assistance and help, and then the leadership is engaging in that, and then they catch feelings, and now they take this platonic relationship and turn it into something more. Not really the smart decisions, but I said all that to say that God can definitely send you into a situation. I'm not sure of the belief, but the prophet Hosea, the man of God, hallelujah, was instructed to marry a woman who happened to be a harlot. Not sure what her belief system was, but I knew that she was not following the ordinances or the structure that God set in place, if you will. But God told the prophet Hosea to get involved with her just so he will have an understanding of what it's like to deal with the children of Israel. So, can you find yourself in a situation where it can be a lesson? Absolutely. Can you find yourself in a place where it can be something that, God's trying to teach you? Absolutely. But at the end of the day, somebody's going to pull somebody. I'm going to say this again, because when you engage in, intercourse and those things, and you're with somebody all the time, you begin to exchange DNA characteristics and just things. And I know where I'm going for the next conversation. And those things. And the question is, are they pulling you or are you pulling them? And is that going to cause a ripple in what it is that you do and how you move and how you operate? Because love is beautiful, but the heart is deceitful and wicked, and the heart can sometimes make you fall in love with things you shouldn't. And you can find yourself trying to please your significant other. At the same time, you're disappointing God and you're not obeying God's instructions. So I would say use wisdom with that. Use wisdom with your connections and what it is that you've been called and commissioned to do. So that's my opinion on that. That's my thoughts on that. We'll be right back. We're gonna get into some church mess, and I want to talk about. Here we go. The church ain't got all the answers, and I'm gonna talk about it right here on Fire 716. Big Frank in the morning. When we get back, we're getting into some church mess. The church ain't got all the answers, and I'm gonna talk about it. It's going down. Tag a neighbor, tag a friend. It's going down right here on Fire 716. Big Frank in the morning. We'll be right back. Just a little bit of instrumental. Give me a hot second. Bankhead. Here we go. So because we are online, this is behind the scenes. That's not real. Somebody is pulling somebody, whether you can realize it or identify it right away. A lot of times it is in retrospect that you realize that, dag, I picked up some things. For example, I'll tell my story. I trust God. My faith with God was crazy. I believed in God like nobody else. I was talking to a young lady, and I just found myself worrying a lot more because we wasn't supposed to be together. We wasn't supposed to be having sex and doing all these things, but I found myself worrying more and just second guessing God if he's really about to do what he's about to do. And look, this ain't how I talk. This ain't how I move. This is not how I navigate. And what ends up happening is you begin to pick up. That's the soul exchange. That's soul tie. When you begin to pick up the identity of that which you're connected to. And the question is, who's the stronger force? Who's persuading who? Who's moving who to go where, to do what and when? If you think you're getting in a relationship with somebody and y'all both are going to separately keep doing what y'all been doing as if you were single, it's just not real. You're going to make adjustments. You're going to make some. You're going to rearrange some things. While I'm here, church mess. That's how we know when a man shows up in somebody's life who's single at the church, because you was real faithful, you was real right there, you done got you a little love bug, and now you're missing. I dig it. Now you're being persuaded not to come and not to do as much. I get it, and I spend time with him, but we know, we know. Even with my wife, like there's things area where she pulls me in, and other words, I pull her in, like that. We could do that better, but hey, it's what it is. And if you're not able to be pulled, then this relationship ain't real. That's my personal thought. It's not as serious, but I can guarantee that there's a pull, regardless. And then also, if you lack knowledge. Matter of fact, let me call a spade a spade. There's somebody I know whose name I won't mention, who had some deep revelation from her lover, her they boo or whatever, and tried to push that on other people. It was wrong. it was not right, but because of the stigmatization. You hear me talking? And what the heart is open to, it'll make you believe or trust in things that are not valid. And I'll say this, you have to know the religion, and you have to know where the conflicts are, and you have to know, because the Bible even says that, listen, when the rapture shows up, y'all both might be in the bed, but one might leave and one might stay. But the question is my relationship with you going to hinder what my relationship with God and what he called me to do, because I have a desire, naturally so, to please you. Hold on one second. We're back. Fire 716, your boy Big Frank, electing the Big Frank in the morning. That was Bow Wow and Amarion. Let me hold you down. Throwback for us because one of the questions of the day was about having different religious relationships and is it going to work? And one of the Kevin on air, who's not on air, but he's on his way, asked a question. He said, what if the person isn't pulling necessarily left or right, but they are open to taking on the mantle with you? Now, people talk mantle talk. It sounds deep. The truth of the matter is, the question is who's pulling who? Because if they're not pulling you, you should be pulling them. Like there is a pull. There's not just we just out here, you doing you, I'm doing me. I want to take on the mantle with you, which means that one of you, if they're taking on the mantle with you, they're going to have to surrender their religious beliefs. They're going to have to readjust. And I'm not talking about just because there's tiers to this situation, because there is some same religion, different belief concepts that can be readjusted, revamped. Because as the question was given to me, we're talking about two separate, different religious entities. Does that make sense? So I'm thinking process is, yes, I'm a Christian. I believe God, Holy Ghost, fire baptized, tongue talking, and I serve God. I serve God with a passion and a due diligence that is just crazy. And the young lady who has my eye or attention is beautiful. She's gorgeous. She's a good person. Good credit. Men don't check for credit. But she happens to be everything except that she believes in the items more than she does the item maker. And that might cause a ripple. And she's willing to love you. She's willing to care for you. She's willing to be there for you. She's willing to comfort you. But she's not willing to compromise her power in the item more than the item. There's going to be a conflict, because when I tell her that you need to dismiss, eliminate, destroy, shatter the items, it might be a situation because you hold more value in whatever. So it depends on how much smoke you want to deal with that. And there are people who are Christians, who are together, who have a different doctrine that they believe in, and that doctrine can be altered and proven and persuaded. But then the ultimate idea is, what is God saying in the situation? What is God saying about the relationship? What is God doing concerning that? So that was that conversation. So I want to get into the conversation about the church does not have all the answers. Some of us are running to the house of God expecting people to be able to answer and to deal with all that you're going through. I came to tell you that for some things, you got to go to God directly and you have to obey his instructions, because I talked about coming to church. I get it. You believe that the good man, the good partner might be at church. So you might go to church and look for, I'm going to get me a good man, girl. Or he might be like, yo, I'm going to go to church and get me one of them Jesus girls. But sometimes we have a false expectation. And we get the church and we forget the fact that the church is full of people who are broken, who have been through trauma, who have gone through adversity, who have gone through challenges, and they are in the process of I'm going to use that word. I like that word, of recovery. And the presentation of which you see is God's grace, that you can't identify some of the trauma and the issues and the challenges that they've gone through. Therefore, you put a higher standard or expectation on what you expect out of church. And then when you realize that you get there and you get disappointed because it didn't happen the way you thought, or something happened that you didn't expect, because the Bible even says, as God in his infinite wisdom, don't put your trust in man. But the same God says, I put leadership in position. I know that they're not perfect. I know that they got mistakes, but I know what they've been commissioned to do, and the massive they're able to reach. But when you come into church expecting perfection, you have done yourself a disservice. When you come to church expecting everybody to be just top tier, true and honest and right and proper, no, you have no idea their storyline. I know that they're a missionary. I know that they're a pastor. I know that they're a leader. I know that they're a minister. I know that they have a set standard before that. I know that they're trying, but they're not exempt from falling short. They're not exempt from making mistakes. They're not exempt from having the same demons that ride Joe back and been riding your family, dealing with them. You have no idea the details of someone's story. So when you come into the house of God looking for help in the hospital, just because the nurse is there to assist you or the pastor or the doctor is there to assist you does not mean that they don't have sick days either. Let me calm down and back because I'm highly offended by the people who expect the church to be so all the way together. And when we make a mistake or we fall short, you are the quickest to dog, disrespect, discount, and break us down because we did not hold up the standard on a Monday at 2:00. I got so frustrated that I slipped up and did or said something, and y'all don't, I think a pastor who said it before, y'all don't give the church the amount of grace that you expect when you show up. Let me back up. When you come to church, no, let me. Yeah, I'm gonna say it. When you come to church, it's always. I won't say you. If it hits you, only a hit dog or holler. Daniel said the church hurt, or the church hurt is real. Yeah, I can't see it the other way. I'm sorry, but your expectations are too high. What happens? Yes. Church hurt yields oftentimes because you never expect that person or them to treat you a certain kind of way. You don't expect them to shut down your dreams, your visions. You don't expect to be mistreated. You don't expect. But one thing that you tend to forget that they are human. And the Bible says, don't put your trust in man. We are leaning on people too hard. Let me help you. I may be a leader or a pastor. I may be a deacon or a missionary. I may be a prophet. I may be these elements, but I am human. And that does not give me a right to live foul or do wrong. But what the truth of the matter is, that I am emotional. I have good days. I got bad days. I am up. I am down. And I try my due diligence to be the best presentation of God in the earth. But just on today, because you out here done used me up and then treated me bad. And today I did not have the grace to be silent. And now you're hurting your feelings. Communication is important as well because some church hurt is not valid. I had to pause. I hurt somebody's feelings. Some church hurt is projections that you did not get clarity on. And I believe some church hurt is valid. I told the story before. I remember sitting in the church and the preacher was preaching and he said something about line dancing and I thought he was talking for me. Then I got several text messages to confirm if I was okay because they also believe he was talking about me. But with conversation and clarity, I realized what I projected to be church hurt was an internal conflict that I projected between us that did not exist. For example, I'm not going to talk about him too bad. Mark Pelosi made a statement. Byron Brown said to the lady on the news when she asked him, how do you Mark Poloncarz said that, hey, the city's embarrassing. And he said, the next day he came back and said, oh, I apologize. I called the mayor. We were going back and forth. But the mayor's response was, listen, there was no back and forth. There was no. He made a statement. It was wrong and hurtful. I'm glad he apologized. But there is no back and forth. There's no bickering. There's no tussle here. He's made a statement. It wasn't it. Bam. He had to come back and apologize. We're moving on. And some of us, Justin says, no. Yeah. Some of us are projecting. And if you haven't had a conversation with your leadership, with the person that you believe don't like you, dislike you, can't stand you, some of y'all got beef with people in the church who don't even know about why you beefing with them. Because you haven't been bold enough to have a conversation maturely. I don't know nothing that you're talking about. What do you mean? I just happened to be at the table. I just happened to be around. I didn't know it was you. I didn't know that you was the one sleeping, creeping, dipping, and whipping. I didn't know it was you. I was just at the table. And I was just giving my opinion on a random scenario. But what happens is, hey, we get this church hurt going on. But the church doesn't have all the answers. The church, that's the answer to the question of the day. She says, every other box doesn't, no, valid. Every other box does not matter without that one. My husband needs to be a spiritual leader. Valid. She was answering the question of the day. But listen, it's going down, y'all. Fire 716. The team will be here in a minute. When we get back, we'll get into some hot topics. What's going on in the around the world? TMZ, some red room, shade room stuff. It's going down, y'all. It's your boy Big Frank. Until we get back here, it's going down. 5716. Big Frank in the morning.
What's good, y'all? It's your girl Jay Cherie from Big Frank in the Morning. Listen, make sure you lock in the Big Girl Chronicles from 8 a.m. to 10 a.m. You don't want to miss this. I'm helping you with your life, your fashion, and your goals. This joint is off the chain, y'all. Make sure you also follow me at Jay Cherie BGC on Facebook. Let's get it.
What's up, everybody? It's Kier here in Jack Faith Hope Club. I am so excited to announce that you can now catch me right here on Fire 716 Radio each and every Monday for Inject Mondays at 7 p.m. So go ahead and download the app and rock out with your girl. Again, that's each and every Monday at 7 p.m. Tune in and have a good time with us.
What up, y'all? We back. I ain't back. We'll be back enough.
We back in the East. Oh. Wild stuff I wanted to say that I couldn't say more.
Not too wide.
Could I mess with a random chili that don't know Jesus? At one point, I was okay with it as long as she liked anime. I didn't really care. At this point, I'm married now, so you already know how I am right now. But at one point, I had the ability to compromise, which is wrong. You shouldn't compromise. Do better.
Good.
Thanks.
I didn't do a pod for the following day, so Chris was about to start playing. I said, "Oh, can't do that." Sorry, 716, your boy Frank Lacton, Big Frank in the morning. Team A is here. Daniel the Dark Knight is in the room, and
Yeah.
Kev on there.
It's your boy
Aiden
Kev.
in the joint, looking like he about to go do poetry for
Young
Christmas.
AD in the building.
Facts.
He definitely look like he about to go do a poetry.
Good. Well, how you guys feeling? Welcome.
Boy out here a little
Man.
under the weather.
Been working. Man, I ain't gonna lie, y'all. I done fell asleep at work like 3 times last night.
That's all right.
They need to normalize sleep at work. Like it's a necessity at this point.
You know, I would as an employer. No.
Just on my night.
No, on the night shift. Just on the night shift.
You know,
So we-
it depends on what you do. Because
Like if you
For
like,
yo-
if you building a
for
car,
instance-
that's different. You know what I'm saying? But like, if you watching other sleep people,
Fact.
that's different.
If you're watching sleep people, take a nap.
But it also depends on who's sleeping because now
Be able to wake you up.
not wake you up, but there's people who get up in the middle of the night and they can cause chaos. But I've been in places where, depending upon the crowd, the dude lost his mentally. He's not there. He's walking in random rooms. That's not okay. You just walk in the women's room, they're sleeping. You are liable
To get messed up.
literally. So I think it all depends on you gotta know your people, know your crowd. Now there's some crowds where it's like, oh, y'all sleep through the night. And it's not where there's several people on the docket.
Right.
So my sleep is your up, okay, and your sleep is my down. Is my down. He is come through, Menagon. But yeah, so that's what's happening over here in the spot. Normalize going to sleep. Go to sleep when you break. Okay, when you break, go to sleep. Okay. Now you want to break for an hour?
Let me elaborate on my question.
Go right ahead.
So, y'all say Christian Muslim situation. I'm Christian, she Muslim, but when it comes to our religion, we don't have those deep conversations, but we don't want to push. You get what I'm saying? Push it on each other because as a Christian, we don't force ourselves on people. But when she sees me and how God works through me and how God is using me, now she takes interest in what I'm doing.
So go back to the thing, pulling. So now instead of her pulling you, you're pulling her because
without necessarily pulling.
No, you're pulling. Period. I don't care whether you're intentional or not, because somebody is persuading somebody to go a certain kind of way or to compromise somebody.
No, for sure. But I'm not. Hey, listen, why don't you come to church with me? Hey, do this with me. Hey, do that. That's more of an intentional push.
No, because
you know what I'm saying. So if I'm just going my day to day, I get my actions are pulling her.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. But I'm not necessarily. You don't have forcing it on her to come with me. I'm just doing my due diligence as a Christian.
So what happens is though, because now let's talk about it. You got to know your religion because it's cool now, fine. And it's all right until there's a conflict where you just want to go out and eat. And no, it's Ramadan for us, and for 6 months we're not eating until 6. And the question is, are you going to compromise for that for her?
No, that's the thing. No, for sure.
But then also you got to talk about the basis of the religions that you just brought up.
Right.
Because you got to know how we separate it and where we at and where we come from.
No, for
because
sure.
I was gonna be like, because those two religions is real.
They real close. Like,
no,
so and it's like it's those things, and it's a do I honor you, or what happens when your decisions violate what I believe?
No, for sure.
And now how do we handle the situation where Ram,
and this is why I said because my thought process, at least when it comes to religion, as a study, most religions teach pretty much the same things. Be a good person, don't be a terrible person. This is what terrible people do. Don't be those guys. You know what I'm saying? Then you have, as what I like to call the church rules of a religion, where so this is how we do this. This is what
and that's doctrine more so than it is.
Right. And that's, I think that's where the conflict really come. And see, in the car, I was like, I want to talk about the crystal people, because that be the people that I used to have to deal with all the time. Because it'd be like, I need to just go and
burn some sage,
touch the crystals, see what's happening in the stars, Mercury in retrograde.
Yo, what you going to space? You going to space?
My
what's up with
God, what does that have to do with anything?
Right. And what happens is that those are things that you have to deal with, because one girl was like, it's the same way that y'all use the cross. Let me tell you real quick. As a true believer, we're not using this cross. We're not putting this cross on nobody's head. This is not a movie.
Right? No facts.
Putting the cross on nobody's head so they can burn or sizzle.
Or
it is
wet water.
So, because for me and to the crystal folks, it's about faith. It's about belief. That, and I don't care who don't like it. That olive oil from the store that you rub it on their forehead, it's still just olive oil. Even though you don't pray over it and you can still open it up and guess it all and cook with it. But what happens is it is designed to activate the faith in the person.
It's just a conduit.
It's just a conduit. And now what happens with my problem is when you start putting more I said this when I was driving or walking or wherever you're doing. Is that the problem comes when you put more power in the item, and in the thing than you. My power is in the source, not the fact that he made the rock and the crystals and I don't care if you're shot got a rub. I'm talking to the one who put the spine together, who told these things to do what they. Listen.
No, for sure.
I'm putting more energy in to meditating with him than I am with your rock you got by the pond.
That's my only thing about that.
Yeah,
now,
so,
like I said, I don't know. See, when it comes to like it feels like a Muslim girl, and babe, I don't take none of that because we married and we love Jesus.
Right.
That's what it is.
Because Muslims,
I'm like, I could use everything that they do to an advantage of mine.
It is no, and also
it's Ramadan. Don't worry about it. I'm fasting. I'm praying.
I'm fasting.
So it's
fasting, we praying.
Right, and so it also depends. You just can't say Muslim. Blank is Nation of Islam.
No facts. No, that's a fact. There's levels to Muslim
because the nation of valid because the Nation of Islam
in Israel
is more black Christian deal.
No facts.
Forgive us if you're offended.
But so my ideology comes from the Tower of Babel, where they tried to build a tower and God separated them. Gave them all different languages. In that moment, we were all praising the same God, worshiping the same God. We just wanted to get closer, right? So you just said separate. Now you go to your own land and speak your own. No, you know what I'm saying?
That's incorrect.
What happened?
So
the Tower of Babel thing.
Tower of Babel was not a changing of religion.
No,
it was changing a conversation.
Facts.
And he did not send anybody to their own lands. Those who understood each other,
they went with each other.
Right.
That's what I meant by that.
Yeah,
but so the fact that he separated their language and they couldn't communicate, that then gave us different languages, but also different cultures as well, because
culture is a tricky thing, because culture, yes, it can stem from something that's similar in culture is language, but the thing that really pushed and create a culture is mostly the environment around
the environment,
because you can only cook so many things, you can only make things, you can only grow certain things, you only see certain things, and certain phenomena only happen in specific places, which creates culture.
And the only and we gotta understand the reason why he's separated,
because there's wild.
The Bible says that they separated because they're trying to build a tower to heaven.
Right.
And together, there's nothing that they can't accomplish.
Facts.
That together, you all will be able to build this and really get real high up. But it's because y'all don't understand God and His infinite wisdom. That literally, if y'all was to build this and to get too high, you would literally die.
Oh, for sure.
Kick rocks it off. So to stop that, now we bring in the diversity of what we call language.
Facts.
So now it separates. Then now y'all still can be together, but not together like that. Because all that together,
But that divided us.
Huh?
That divided us in a sense, though.
Right, but you gotta understand, and this is what nobody like these words called wisdom, because sometimes division is required, and nobody wants everybody. Oh, to divide us. No, sometimes division is required because you can all love to do the same thing, but if it's the same wrong thing that's gonna kill you, y'all can still do it.
Right.
But in my infinite wisdom, I can't let y'all kill the future was getting ready to be because y'all trying to reach me. Because let's just say he does
the way.
Right. He doesn't change the language. They build a tower to heaven. Now everybody's walking to get to heaven.
Right.
And when you get to the point where you can no
take
longer breathe, bodies are falling from the sky. And no,
Only the people at the bottom.
oh, what's going on? I guess when we get there, we're gonna die. So now I'm a killing God. I try to get to heaven and I die. And now you're really there.
Or you change the whole narrative and now everybody's like, so if we kill ourselves, we can go to
Heaven. Like so.
Facts.
And,
No, that's wild.
and those are the things you got to look at. So that far in the vision. Yeah, because
because
I'll say that to say
At
this.
least the Christianity and the Bible thing, that's an Ishmael.
Right. That is a birthing.
Yeah.
We have a problem with us in brotherhood, so we separate it and we alter some things to fit a certain kind of way, but we still believe in God.
Because he still came back to help his brother later.
Facts.
They have Japanese Christians. They have,
absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? All these different types of Christians that aren't American. You know what I'm saying? So I get that. You know what I'm saying? But if everybody's right, then who's wrong?
You won't know until you die. So you have to take your risk. No, valid. Who
is real.
You won't know until death shows up to what it is that God is doing. And to be very honest, to be very real, I'm not God. I'm not Him. And this is where we get back to this. That's what religion is. Religion is the figuring out who He is and how I can understand Him the best of my ability.
I was like, I only believe in science. It's like religion is science.
Facts.
Valid.
They like
Facts.
And they like, no, it's not. Like,
yes, it is.
Very much so.
I was like, science is at least the Greek of science is the study of.
Study of.
And religion is the study of.
Study up and just trying to figure out. That's why there's.
And then the science that you create is trying to figure out how the things that God makes
work. Absolutely. And then what you call these denominations and these things in the Christian situation is just people who are like-minded who got together
and did a thing.
We really like to shout, so this
is what we do. So fact,
we be shouting.
Absolutely.
Praying is what we
do
over here.
No fact.
We don't pray.
And right,
overnight,
all night. It's too long. Come on, God can do it just like that. But that is the diversity of those things. So when you get into trying to get with someone to talk to somebody, those are things you got to discuss and consider. For example, I'm not gonna knock it. For me, based off the depths of what I believe I'm called to do and to execute, there's a few conflicts.
Yeah.
To be with somebody outside of, only because of the amount of my commitment and my inability and unwillingness to sway.
The amount of faith it takes.
Fact.
I cannot. I need you to.
You can't risk.
You're gonna have to be.
You're gonna have
down for it.
Yeah.
You ain't gonna believe it.
And that's because even to the levels my wife had to level up to another. Not saying that she was the same Christian believer, but it's another tier.
She had to tap in.
It was another. As you use the word, the mantle. There was another responsibility required in the next phase, because in a few years' time we'll be pastor, first lady, and city leadership. It'd be a different presentation. Yeah. And if you're still operating based on the fact you ain't that deep, okay, all right. Yeah. Then what happens is the God that I serve, or the God that you serve, or your religion, or whatever, becomes the problem or the mistress. Because if you don't, like for example, if you don't understand Ramadan, and you don't have a grace for that, what is she doing?
Right.
Why is she not sleeping with me? Why? Okay, get out of that.
No, for real.
Because you know,
Why ain't she cooking until?
why ain't she cooking until like I'm hungry morning, afternoon, and you're not eating until man, I'm out. Okay.
Like
No,
she cook,
fact.
like she cooking at like 2:00 in the morning, and then she don't cook again until like 5. Like you like,
You know, so it's really it's those things as well. So, and people don't believe in the prophet, in the prophetic. People don't believe in that. You got to talk about that. You got to talk about like even meditation. She
my
Hindu.
mentality is that brand new, that simple. We believe God, Christianity, kind of work with everybody. It's just,
Yeah,
I believe God.
I believe.
And that's just be my base. I believe God.
Valid. More. I'm just more power into the source.
Yeah, you know, I ain't gonna lie. If you the type of person that can deal with it, and you know your faith is stronger than they pull, you know. So,
Yeah.
like you said earlier, God made Jose
Listen, to Mary,
very
like so.
She was sleeping around with everybody.
Everybody.
Sleeping around with other people having babies, and
And he-
he had
and
to claim them.
And he still had to. And he still had to.
God.
Be careful. Because definitely. You said what?
God.
Let me show you that you can. Okay, I won't put more than you can do it. Let me show you what this is like.
No God.
But for sure, and what a task! What a task to have to deal with. Like,
No facts. I would, me personally, I would turn into a murderer.
I know somebody.
Everybody
'cause I know two people specifically who one knew Jesus at one point and then left and then brought somebody else who also wasn't believing in Jesus, and they had to go and they had to find Jesus all over again together.
Terrible.
So like, you know,
What a
it can
journey.
happen.
Yes.
I will
Yeah.
not rain down on your love.
yeah, and love doesn't confirm. I'm so sorry.
Facts.
Because, well, see, it's the problem. Everybody feel that love is a feeling, and love ain't a feel. Love is a commitment. You gotta work. What you commit yourself to do?
Right.
You know what I mean?
Because
your feelings gonna fade.
valid.
Because y'all gonna be
No,
annoyed
you
with
can't
each
have
other.
it.
How you gonna talk to each other? You don't like how this person do this. You don't like how they do that. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes I don't want to go to the store.
I'm not. I don't want to. I don't want to do this.
You know, but you know, it's a commitment. People don't get it.
Nope, just talk. No touch. Just talk.
Yeah, it's definitely a commitment, and so yeah, so that's the recap for those who are
Yeah.
missing on the jump off.
Yeah.
Let's go now. We'll be right back. Getting into some
No.
no, y'all wasn't here with church mess. Y'all walked through. Y'all got some more mess?
I was listening to it. I thought you had a specific thing.
Oh no, that was local.
No, I did church. I did hot topics. I didn't do.
Right,
Church mess
facts.
was
Hot topics.
yeah, hot topics is going down next. All right, 716, your boy Big Frank in the morning. We'll be right back.
Hey, what's going on? It's your boy Dante Miles, aka D Belly, aka your city councilman. I'm here at Fire 716 Radio, and I'm asking you to tune in on Thursdays at 11 on our show, The Vault. We're going to be having some conversations that's super relevant but very important. And sometimes it may be a little uncomfortable, but we're going to make sure that we get our voices out. Come tune in on Thursdays at 11 a.m. and make sure you download the Fire 716 app. See you then.
What's up, everybody? It's Kier here, Inject Faith Hope Love. I am so excited to announce that you can now catch me right here on Fire 716 Radio each and every Monday for Inject Mondays at 7 p.m. So go ahead and download the app and rock out with your girl. Again, that's each and every Monday at 7 p.m. Tune in and have a good time with us.
Drink. That's not true. No, that's not true though. Because it helps. That is a fact. You gotta just send it.
It probably sounds mad weird, but it sings.
I have not.
Losing you.
I'm not. He was a cold blooded nigga.
With no fears and no questions. My boy, I forgot your roll on at the house.
Your boy Kanye is missing.
Love. Wait, say that again.
Kanye missing.
Yo.
Lawyer looking for a can.
Lloyd.
Lawyer.
Oh, lawyers. Listen, he disappeared. All right, y'all want Kanye gone? Say less.
Yeah.
He probably going to start Yeasville
Yayville.
or Westville.
Bob Marley grandson died.
Oh wow.
This is all stuff that I shared. Jessica stuff that is all over the place. And she said, like, you know, go this way and then this way. So the post is out of order. It's the last bit. The first.
I can't. Good morning, y'all. Good morning. Navigate through all that. That's a lot.
I was like, which one is the first? Which one is the middle?
We get it. You can get it together.
Guess I should just go right to TMZ.
That's where I'm at right now. I would print this out.
Oh, facts, and just have them all.
And then I would probably have all this.
Just read one for sure.
Finish, you know, I'll just jump to the next one.
Absolutely.
So we actually would be better.
Kel Mitchell daughter calls him out for being an absentee narcissist.
Who that?
Oh,
I don't know who that is. Who's that?
Kel Mitchell is from
Kel is Keenan Kel.
From Keenan Kel. Who love orange soda? Kel love orange soda.
Is it true? Mm-hmm. I do. Ooh. My nipple, dog.
On card, you have to say that.
Love.
Byron was like, he didn't say to my face.
Right. There was no back and forth. He made a statement. He messed up.
He didn't say to my face. The comment went, he didn't say to my face.
No.
I was like, oh, word.
Sit down. George.
That's how you're going.
You can't play with him.
Fire 716, your boy Big Frank. You're locked in the Big Frank in the morning. That was Music Soul Child with Love, a classic from back in the day when your mom used to say, "Hey." What? It's going down. Come on there, Dark Knight.
Yeah.
Get ready to get into some hot topics. Oh, I want to talk about this one real quick. Andrew Tate. Now, Andrew Tate is one who's known for bashing the feminist movement, and he's very known for just dismantling the point of view of the woman and her false expectations of the man. She talks about the alpha male being, I don't know if he's really an alpha male person, but I think he is. But the male misogynist, all these things, and he's like polygamy, whatever. So he's been arrested on human trafficking allegations. Controversial and provocative influencer Andrew Tate and his brother have been arrested in Romania on human sex trafficking allegations, according to a report. The publication in Libertia reports that the two have been brought in on kidnapping and rape charges, though the specifics of the allegations are not yet known. A video circulating on social media from a Romans news outlet shows both Tate and his brother being led out of a building in handcuffs by police and into a waiting vehicle. Tate becomes a huge focus on Twitter early. Oh, that valid. So
How did y'all go into another country?
Another
well,
country.
he is he looks Caucasus, but he's
He is
he
Romanian.
might be Romania. That might be his home destination.
Got you.
Because but you know, as much as he really destroys the ladies,
You can see why though.
yeah.
You clearly see why.
Breaking down your self-esteem so he can tell you.
Facts.
Yeah, so it's crazy. Just wild.
Yeah, that's wild.
Yeah.
Wow.
What else we got going on?
Okay.
Because I think that was before that Bob Marley's grandson Joseph Mercer Marley died at the age of 31.
Oh man.
So keeping them lifted. Into what else is happening in celebrity news? So general host Sonia Eddy account is posting cryptic horoscope tweets. The problem is that she's dead. She died recently, not too long ago, but her post is she's still posting stuff, which is not maybe abnormal. Maybe it's on an automatic.
No.
You don't automatically.
They don't automatically post to people's pages.
No, because you can schedule posts in advance. I don't know if you can do it for Twitter, but I know that you can schedule posts that if you set up the whole week or week after, you can set up schedule
Oh,
joint.
word.
I don't know.
Well,
if
you
do
mean
that.
like when you do like post like video or something?
a picture, video, whatever. I don't know if they
Oh,
do
word.
that.
Never knew that.
But then also it's Twitter. You can be anybody tomorrow. Like okay,
Fact.
like
You can go
and
to her
then
page.
then also there's so many. They make it so if she's borderline famous, low key, low
Right.
cap. It might be somebody she hired to manage her
account.
And,
And they just kept it going.
kept it going, not knowing that she's not even
What if they forgot to switch accounts?
out. But yeah, so what is so,
We can talk about this kind of
yeah, go ahead. Go
All right, so supposedly, Kel Mitchell's daughter calls him out for being an absentee narcissist. Now, Kel Mitchell's eldest daughter, her name is Allure, is breaking her silence regarding her famous father. The 21-year-old recently aired some alleged dirty laundry in a now deleted TikTok video about Kel Mitchell and their estranged relationship. She said, "I guess 10 years without your children could do this to you. I am done being silenced." She wrote in a lengthy caption, "My father is the type of man to fake as if he's in my life, but he's not. He was there financially. The video was based on a trend where users call out people who've wronged them." She explains how the Good Burger Star funded her high school tuition, college campus housing, bought her first car. However, she cut him off to prove that she could sustain herself independently. But then later, her name is Allure, revealed that she was homeless and appeared upset that he got her a dorm instead of allowing her to move into the house with his current wife Asia and young children.
Okay, I hear 50 Cent all over this.
Yeah,
because 50 Cent's son is pretty much the epitome of this.
Yeah.
He's like, I got you, son. No, I'm good. I don't need nothing from you. Now you got your hand out, looking crazy. You and your mom over there, poor looking almost. Now we got you over here. I'm good. I could do better all by myself. But now you homeless and you mad.
Like,
no, we're not doing that.
My only question is, where is the 10 years without your children at?
like
Was it because she's 21? So had 31?
No, she's 21.
No, she's 21. So is it like since she was 11
little a kid
to
now or the
or
what,
10
the first
random
10
years?
Oh, throughout 10 years.
Yeah, 10 random
Yeah.
years of your life. You know what I'm saying?
Don't cut me off
Fact.
as your provider and then get mad,
Because you're
you know,
But like
because
she
Right.
cut him off and she was grown.
facts.
Grown when you
trying to prove a point.
He was still trying to provide for you.
My thing is he already paid for the, now don't get me wrong.
Yeah,
Pay for
It's
everything.
very important as a father to be in your children's life
Yeah.
in a general sense, regardless if it's in emotionally, yes, financially,
and
from time to time.
thank you for
And
saying that. I'm about to go
things
to
like-
the boys. Go
and
right.
things like that. You know what I'm saying? But once you get to a certain age, you start being responsible for how you want to be.
How you know valid?
I'm
Legit.
not, because as a parent, I can't chase you around no more.
Mm-hmm.
I had a conversation with somebody at work. She was like, her youngest son is 16. She let him do him. He's not a bad kid, so whatever. And I'm like, yeah, because when I was like 12, 13, once I was able to catch a bus, my mom stopped pressing me about where I was going, what I was doing.
Facts. Legit.
Because I'm
It
gonna
is
be home. I'm gonna be home, and if she want me to do something, she's gonna tell me.
because
what she want me to do.
as a parent and with a kid developing, it is going to be, and you may not like it, unfortunately. I'm going to just provide financially, especially if your mama is aggravating and aggy and just gets frustrated.
Facts.
So until you're able to really handle and talk for yourself and defend yourself, we have to do it from there. And I'm not saying that the father shouldn't be there, shouldn't be present, but sometimes it is the other co-parent
Yeah.
that makes things more difficult than they have to be, and or
Yeah.
they have an expectation of what you ain't worked for this money. I'm gonna take care of her. I'm gonna cover her.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give you this due diligence.
Stop.
You don't get the celebrity smoke that comes with it. You are a visitor on a transit ride called the Cowboy.
like a part of me is like, you know, like I feel bad, like if it's through your childhood, he just
Right.
wasn't around.
Yeah,
And
like
I'm like, you know, I hear you. You got the right to be upset. You know what I'm saying? It's a conversation you need to have with him.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, you know what?
understand he famous, and you can say something about him. And right now he popping again because he's been on SNL and all that
Yeah.
other stuff. So
Ayana-
relevant for you, Allure. At the same time, and this is me speaking as a man paid for your whole education.
your entire education.
Because let's stop.
Watch your car.
Let's back up.
He provided for
Things
you.
don't make sense because you're saying 10 years. It had to be early 10 years because if I've provided your high
That
school
means I had to
That's
be
at
tuition,
13.
in college.
valid,
13, 14.
and college. I've
I've been there. We
done
had
it.
conversation.
Now, what Ayana Fix My Life says that nobody has a right to tell the parent story except the parent.
Oh, facts.
Because
Absolutely.
I don't know how your mother delivered the storyline about your father.
Right.
You need to talk to your father about what's really going on and what really was happening, and he can give you his point of view because it's not our point of view isn't always requested.
Facts.
It is the storyline that is often given by the other parent
For
that
sure.
the kids get consistently
Oh yeah.
because they're there oftentimes consistently, and then it's like, do I really want to fight this battle? Man, listen. Unfortunately, your mama made the road resistant, and I took the path of least resistance was without you.
Facts.
Unfortunately,
Pay everything.
But then then you have those bitter moments of, well, you still could have,
Yeah. You
No, I could have,
did
but
this
at the
and all
same
that.
time, it would have been met
Right.
with resistance.
so you want me to fight your mother for you,
right?
for your attention, and if I knock her out, then that's domestic. And I don't have time.
You know, man, I was just watching this. I was watching a movie.
No, don't not do it.
And it was like,
Here.
the girl was mad. The little girl was mad because she wanted to spend time with her father. But she was mad at her stepfather because she thought her stepfather was the one that was keeping her away from her father, because how she seen it was everything he said her mother did. It
Right.
was really her mother who didn't want her to be with her father. Now she had a good reason. You know what I'm saying? But you like with anything, and it's a hard pill to swallow.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? That as a parent, you have to allow people to be parents.
Yeah, for sure.
They can, and when they choose that, they will.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, that's just the truth of the matter.
Right.
Because no matter what, the resentment gonna come back on you. Then later
Mhm.
on. So you gotta be. So I don't know, Lord. Like I feel bad. Like if you ain't get the father that you wanted, but at the same time, you know what I mean, to be mad and upset after and want to come out the blue now after you done paid for all your stuff.
Right. And
then you cut him off as an adult. You cut him off. Like you ain't want to talk to him no more. So like, what do you want from him now?
right.
Because you cut him off. You cut him off, and now you you broke and you homeless.
Yeah.
But he still paid for you to live somewhere.
Right. So he's still doing his due diligence the best he could. So I'm not about to drag that man. I encourage y'all to have counseling and some conversations and just relate to them. Also, in other news, Gunna took a plea deal in regarding to the racketeering arrest case situation. And then, so he snitched, and I wonder what his survival time is going to be like out here. But you know, no,
I'm not mad at you.
I'm not doing 45 years.
I'm not mad at
just
you.
Not.
I'm not. Because
charge it to the game.
Facts. And this is what I say. This is how I feel about situations like this. If you're gonna do dirt with people you know are loyal to you. People who are stupid for you.
Yeah.
Because if somebody really knows, yo, I got all of this out here. I didn't work, I didn't slave, I didn't put the work and I made the music. You know what I'm saying? And now for it to all be taken away, nah, I'm good. Let me tell my truth and go home. And continue making this music. Whoever like it, whoever don't. But at the end of the day, man, my freedom is more important.
Valid.
Like, no, I'm sorry, not sorry.
You can't do gangster stuff with people that ain't really gangster. that's what the problem is. You know what I'm saying?
No valid.
Y'all racketeering with Young Thug who wear dresses and not sure if he's straight or not. So like, you don't know what he want to do or what he want to be. So it's like for you to be caught up. You know what I'm saying? With him, it sounds stupid. Though I'm always going to, because I'm from down here, I'm always going to be.
Man, take them stitches and keep moving.
The consequences to your snitching is going to be the consequences to your snitching.
Is this what it is?
You got to deal with it. You just got to deal
with
it.
Facts.
It's kind of 6ix9ine going to be looking over his shoulder the rest of his
First life,
life.
exactly. You got security. You got security.
I wonder who he's snitching on, though.
Who?
Is he snitching on Young Thug?
He has to be.
Or is he snitching on somebody bigger?
I
don't know. Either way,
because
you better move. You need to work on your exit strategy. Let's go now. When we get back, local news right on 5716 Big Frank in the morning.
Hey, what's going on? It's your boy Dante Miles, aka D Belly, aka your city council. I'm here at Fire 716 Radio, and I'm asking you to tune in on Thursdays at 11 on our show, The Vault. We're going to be having some conversations that's super relevant, but very important. And sometimes it may be a little uncomfortable, but we're going to make sure that we get our voices out. Come tune in on Thursdays at 11 a.m. and make sure you download the Fire 716 app. See you then.
What's up, everybody? It's Kier here in Jack Faith Hope Club. I am so excited to announce that you can now catch me right here on Fire 716 Radio each and every Monday for Inject Mondays at 7 p.m. So go ahead and download the app and rock out with your girl. Again, that's each and every Monday at 7 p.m. Tune in and have a good time with us.
It's okay, y'all. You ain't got to get that bar. I got it. You know what? I'm about to say something controversial. See, y'all, some of y'all make me mad. All right, fake niggas that know about rap. Because y'all will say you don't like Logic, but then you'll be like, I like Andy Mineo though, or you'll be like, I don't like Logic, who is Andy Mineo, but I bangs with what's that white boy, Macklemore, and that's confusing to me. And that's confusing to me because as somebody who is an avid hip hop pusher, it sounds weird to me that you don't like people that could spit. And your excuse be he white, too white or something. And that don't make sense to me. And that don't make sense to me because somebody I know is like, yo, I don't listen to Logic, he white. And I'm like, you know that Negro is half black. You know he's a certified Negro, okay? He's so much of a Negro, his own mama ain't like him. Like his mama was calling him a nigga in the background. Like, y'all got me messed up with how you feeling about my man's. He just out here living his life. And I find that too wild. Then y'all wild for it.
No facts. Cause yeah. I don't know. I feel like most of these white rappers that come out are fire. Like a lot of them. our fire flashlight.
It's all about my thing is can you spit or can you not?
Yeah.
You ain't gotta talk about what I'm going through because you might not be living the life I'm living.
No facts. No.
Fire 716, your boy Big Frank, locked in the Big Frank in the morning. What's up? It's going down. Kept on there. Night is all in the room, rocking out with us. We're getting into some local news. Off grip, Chittiwaga plow workers walk off the job for 2 hours. So
okay.
What happened was this lady whose name I forgot. I sorry, look it up. She must have called and asked them why was it kind of like taking so long? Can we use extra plows? And they took that as an offense, like we're doing our best, we're working hard out here.
Gotcha.
And they was just like, yo, we done. Like you don't talk. We out here trying. We doing it. And they left for 2 hours. Then they had to call back with clarity. She was just saying, like as a suggestion, can we
do something?
Can we do more?
Yeah.
Can we not necessarily saying you're not doing enough? Y'all just trash. But somebody took that and used it against her. For 2 hours, they had just left.
Yo, they was on strike for 2 hours.
Oh, we gone. Oh,
yo,
because the guy who's normally over was out of town or whatever, and there was a different foreman working it. So
he was missing the storm.
Yeah, so he valid.
That's crazy.
Light beef in the politics between polling cars. So I guess polling cars make a statement talking about the city of Buffalo being like embarrassing and with their execution of what they're trying to do, and the people went after him on Facebook. They was coming for him.
The people was like, "Hey, yeah, they do what they should have been doing."
Yeah, and so Byron Brown then polling cars came back the following morning and apologized for the statement he made, whatever, and said that he called Byron Brown or whatever. That there's been a back and forth. Byron Brown said,
"Stop the cap."
He said,
"None of this."
This hasn't been a back and forth. He made a statement. I'm glad he apologized to people, but he ain't coming to me.
He ain't say nothing to me.
Say it to me.
The Brooklyn of them finally came out.
Facts.
Bro, stop.
Downtown Buffalo is dug out, so downtown is open. Like the events, the clubs, whatever. People are out there, and but the snow's high on the side.
Man, the snow is.
When I say they took yesterday, night before last, they cleared Winslow.
Yeah.
Because mind you, I had to trek it to you.
Yeah.
They only gave us one lane.
That's how you can get.
Right. But then the next day, they came. The next morning, they came, cleared the entire street.
Yeah.
These N-words had the audacity to push the snow up in the driveway. The big mound of snow that y'all see on the side of the road is my driveway.
Absolutely.
Now we got to find somebody to get that out of there. But not only did they do that at my house, they did that all the way down the block. There's no get the road clear.
You know how they plow and try to be a little conscious. That'd be too bad. There's too much. There's too much snow.
It's too much snow to care.
And then they have like snow down there by Grant Street is where they take the stuff to a lot. Right. It's just
and Fillmore and Northland.
Yeah,
right there.
Too
legit
much snow, and it's just crazy. And hopefully this 50 help y'all out, but
right.
It's not gonna be enough. But did I feel bad because if these 50s and it get cold again,
if the 50 hit and by the night it's at 20,
it's gonna be ice.
It's a wrap.
It's gonna be
another lockdown. Another driving ban. Yo.
If it get cold too fast, I'm 50, man.
And those who have in sanitation in Buffalo, it resumes on Friday. The garbage has been picked up.
I mean, it ain't really been that long. It ain't really been that long.
Today.
Oh no, it's been a week.
Today.
I hope not. Yeah. I ain't been home though. I've been changing my schedule. I work.
Oh, word.
Listen, if you lost power, National Grid or through NASAC or something like that, for more than 3 days or 3 days or more, you can apply within the next 10 days. It was 14. Before the 10th, you can apply and get reimbursed it and get it added to your bill.
I'm telling you now, you need receipts. You need receipts of food that got spoiled, receipts of food that you had to replace. You need some, I don't know how you need these receipts about how long your power was out. Like, and it's just at least for NYSEG.
Yeah.
I don't know about how National Grid is, but I know for the other Negroes, they looking for receipts before they give you anything.
And right now our death toll is at 40. 20 of those are black, 13 are white. My math is off. Is anyone Hispanic? But yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Crazy.
I think the amount that was in cars was low. A lot of it was in people's houses and cardiac arrest from. Yeah. So.
Yeah. It's crazy.
It's wild. It's wild. So listen. Yeah, it's now. Yeah. Everybody can't get out. And she's just crazy. It's crazy. Tragic. So I don't know what the weekend brings. Hopefully a little rain, a little drizzle. And
it is gonna rain. It's supposed to rain today.
Yeah, so it's 52 today, it's 45 tomorrow.
Suck it in, man. After all this rain,
listen,
flood,
it's 50.
It's all going back up, man. It's all going back up. I want to get too cold. It's going to fall
right.
ahead.
It's 58 on Tuesday.
It's crazy.
It rains, so. What if Mother Nature just like, let me go ahead and clean y'all out just for another way?
You know what's crazy, though? I was like, yo, what if it stay in the 50s for the rest of the winter? I was like, that'd be scarier. That'd be scary. I'd be like, yo.
Yeah.
Say you coming again, Lord.
Say you coming again, Lord. Hey. And the thing about the blizzard, sir. My bad.
No, I need that.
It's not only a Buffalo storm though.
No.
Because it was cold
everywhere. Texas. There's dead bodies in Texas.
Across the whole United States.
It was
legit.
Not just
where?
Yep.
Florida.
But Buffalo's been through a lot though. Just
that blizzard.
That blizzard, the death, the man. Like this has been
wow.
Crazy.
It's a wild time right now. If somebody gonna come and change something, do something wild, do it now.
Facts. So did y'all see the meme, the picture of the dude walking, stealing the gumball machine?
Yes. Yeah.
Somebody got it tattooed. Blizzard of 2022.
Like, that's the picture though.
And when I say it's a legit spot on match,
that's crazy.
The picture though. I hate to say it.
It's legit. It was funny. It was great. I was like, that's
it's gonna be a Griselda. They was like, Griselda
album cover.
And I was like, yeah,
for sure. We're just going down, yo. When we get back, we get to our final thought right here on 5716 Big Frank in the morning. We'll be back in about 47 seconds, 60 seconds to a minute.
Hey, what's going on? It's your boy Dante Miles, aka D Belly, aka your city councilman. I'm here at Fire 716 Radio, and I'm asking you to tune in on Thursdays at 11 on our show, The Vault. We're going to be having conversations that's super relevant, but very important. And sometimes it may be a little uncomfortable, but we're going to make sure that we get our voices out. Come tune in on Thursdays at 11 a.m. and make sure you download the Fire 716 app. See you then.
What's up, everybody? It's Kier here in Jack Faith Hope Club. I am so excited to announce that you can now catch me right here on Fire 716 Radio each and every Monday for Inject Mondays at 7 p.m. So go ahead and download the app and rock out with your girl. Again, that's each and every Monday at 7 p.m. Tune in and have a good time with us.
What's good, y'all? It's your girl, Jay Cherie from Big Frank in the Morning on Fire 716. Yeah. Listen, we calling our artists. If you a singer, if you're a rapper, if you got a group, we want you to email your music to the radio station at fire716radio@gmail.com. Not only will we play on the radio, but we'll do an exclusive interview with you. So once again, email your music to fire716radio@gmail.com.
What's good, y'all? It's your girl, Jay Cherie from Big Frank in the Morning. Listen, make sure you lock in the Big Girl Chronicles from 8 a.m. to 10 a.m. You don't want to miss this. I'm helping you with your life, your fashion, and your goals. This joint is off the chain, y'all. Make sure you also follow me at Jay Cherie BGC on Facebook. Let's get it.
Fire 716, your boy Big Frank. You're locked into Big Frank in the morning. What it is, what's up, how you living, what's going on? Reading our final thought, y'all. Get out of here. It's like I just came on. We just started a new show or something. What's your final thought for the people before we get out of here? Say it one more time with your mic on.
If you stay ready, you ain't got to get ready.
Now
be prepared.
Be prepared. So Daniel,
I had something deep to say earlier.
Deep.
Not as much. I'll say this. Oh, today, y'all, 5th day of Kwanzaa. Today is Nia, which means purpose. So my final thought for y'all today is to sit down, reevaluate yourself, and think about what your purpose
For sure.
is for yourself and for your own growth.
If I had anything to say, it is write it down and do it. Because of the fact that it's still in your mind, it keeps moving in priority and what needs to be done. Write down bullet points, what needs to be done. Pop. Do it, check it off, keep moving, because that's going to give you a sense of accomplishment. It's going to motivate you. But okay, we're getting things done. Let's keep it going. When it's in your mind, it gets lost in the sauce. It's get lost in priority. So just write it down, execute it, make it happen. We'll see y'all in the new year, man. 2023. Great things are going to happen. Got some new people coming on the station as well, and some mixes and some stuff happening. So tap in. It's going down. Fire 716. Your boy Big Frank. Let's go. Let's get it.
It's gonna get fun and weird.
Fun and weird. It's going down. Holla at y'all. Peace.
Doing it. And I gotta go to sleep. It's terrible.
It's this guy from me. Hold on.